During the 2026 legislative season, West Virginia lawmakers weighed a bill that could have changed the future of health screenings for first responders. House Bill 56-8, sponsored by Delegate Young, aimed to establish a firefighter cancer screening pilot program, but it ultimately died in the House. Now local firefighters are speaking out about the need for more resources. Parkersburg firefighter Jody Ludwig is currently fighting the battle of his life in Morgantown. Ludwig was diagnosed with multiple myeloma, a complex cancer that firefighters have a risk of developing. What started out as a kink in his neck turned out to be a bone lesion, resulting in many tests to confirm the cancer. Ludwig says the more access to early detection screenings they have, the better chance firefighters have for survival.
It probably mean the world, because any early detection hopefully means less trials and tribulations you got to go through with it. I mean, I could see how having early detection, how that could have probably changed my outcome, but it just, anything we could do to help prevent or be able to take care of early, I mean, it's always a win.
Under House Bill 56-8, the pilot would have offered blood tests and skin screenings. It also sought advanced multiple cancer blood tests to detect commonly unscreened cancers. While the bill failed to pass this year, Ludwig says the fight for fire department screenings is far from over.